don't even have enough money to buy the baby's milk. She keeps buying lottery tickets. Do you know the chances of ever winning the lottery? It's like throwing our money out the window. Perhaps you could add a few comments yourself, things you said or heard your spouse say regarding money. The purpose of this book is to help the two of you learn to work as a team in obtaining and managing money so that you're working together rather than against each other. Teamwork produces profit sharing. Each of you is a benefactor. Money becomes not a battleground, but a means of helping you obtain things that will enhance your marriage. I've purposely kept this book short because I know you're busy. I hope that the brief time you invest in reading the book will produce huge dividends in your marriage. Chapter 1. It all begins with attitude. Before we look at the various dynamics related to handling money in marriage, we must first of all put money in its proper perspective. Some couples live as though the accumulation of money and the acquisition of material possessions are the focus of life. These couples live to get. A new purchase brings momentary pleasure. Between acquisitions, they experience emotional lows while anticipating the next moment of pleasure. I don't need to tell you that such an attitude does little to create marital satisfaction. Jesus lived a rather simple lifestyle, but he impacted human history more than any man who has ever lived. I shall never forget the day I read this statement spoken by Jesus. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions. It changed my perspective on money forever. It also resonated with my experience. Hundreds of well-to-do couples have sat in my office over the past 30 years and made statements like this. We sold our souls for the acquisition of things, and now we're bankrupted spiritually and emotionally. We have things, but life is empty. Relationships, not things. Real satisfaction is found not in money, any amount of it, but in loving relationships with God, our spouse, our children, and our friends. Loving relationships are our greatest asset. This is most often realized in moments of crisis. Many times I've stood outside the room of a hospital intensive care center when a child was in critical condition because of an automobile accident or a life-threatening illness. What matters to the parents at that point is not how much money they have or the size of their house, but the friends who come to stand with them in the midst of deep pain. In the experience of physical and emotional crisis, all humankind stands on level ground. Some have friends, and some do not. Money is no replacement for friendships. If you believe that more money and more material possessions will bring you marital happiness, you have the wrong attitude. Money can be used to provide more creature comforts, but money will not create a successful marriage. It is righteous living, love, patience, gentleness, and compassion that build meaningful relationships. It is treating each other with dignity, respect, love, and care that creates a happy marriage. This can be attained in the poorest of circumstances, as well as in the homes of the affluent. If you are telling yourselves, we'll be happier when we get more money, you're deceiving yourselves. Some of the happiest couples I know live near the poverty level. I'm not saying that they do not aspire for more. They do. But they're under no illusion that more will automatically bring greater happiness. In fact, quite the opposite can be true. I remember Paul Brown and his wife Jill, not their real names, who came to my office, separated and hurting. We've got it all, Paul said, and now all of it means nothing. We left God out of our lives. We didn't have time for friends. I worked 2 jobs. We've got our 4,500 square foot house. We've got the cars. We've got money in the bank. But in the midst of it all, we've lost each other. I'd give it all away today if we could go back and start over in the little apartment where we lived when we first got married. In those days, we had nothing, but we were happy. Today,